with those guys that he has on the perimeter. I can't imagine when it all clicks.
But passing and rushing yards both for Lamar Jackson and MVP candidate. He's kind of on the fringes hanging around. I know it wasn't as spectacular.
Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens are literally unbelievable, and Lamar is seriously making a case for why he should be MVP this year. The Ravens came into the game against the Jags looking to separate themselves in the AFC North, and that is exactly what they did. And they did it in dominating fashion. In this video, I'm going to be recapping the game and talking about why I think the Ravens are one of, if not the best team in the entire league. And if things go correctly, why they are bound to make it to the Super Bowl. But before I begin, I would really appreciate it if you would drop a like and subscribe. It only takes 5 seconds, plus you can always change your mind. And your support truly does mean the world. Alright, so to give a quick recap of the game, the Ravens got off to a quick start with a 43-yard field goal by Justin Tucker in the first quarter, and then they forced a fumble from a very stupid decision by Trevor Lawrence, which led to a touchdown on a 16-yard pass to Isaiah Likely from Lamar Jackson. The Jags then responded with a touchdown of their own, but the second half was literally all Ravens. Gus Edwards rushed up the middle for a 1-yard touchdown to make it 17 and took home the W 23-7, and this game had to be demoralizing for the Jags. Baltimore has the top-ranked rushing attack in the NFL through 15 weeks, and it was on full display during the victory. The Ravens churned out 251 yards rushing. They churned out 204 of those yards and controlled the game in the second half with an impressive mixture of power and speed. When the Ravens hired offensive coordinator Todd Monken during the offseason, they didn't want to lose elements of the rushing attack that had become a successful part of their DNA. They remained committed to the run this season after losing J.K. Dobbins in week 1, and that commitment won't change after losing Mitchell to a season-ending knee injury. It was important to have the elements of the rushing attack we worked so hard on the last 4 years, John Harbaugh said. We didn't want to run away from that run game. We had a lot of reps under our belt, a lot of institutional knowledge, our players understood it, a lot of the plays we run fit our guys really well. Anyways, Lamar Jackson remains the most dynamic running quarterback in the league, while Gus Edwards and Justice Hill are having strong seasons as well. They will be joined in the backfield rotation by 30-year-old Melvin Gordon, who will be elevated from the practice squad. Gordon saw action in 3 games this season and had his most productive year with the Chargers in 2017 when he rushed for 1,105 yards. As for Lamar Jackson, he has truly made some heroic and unbelievable plays this season, and as a defense, it's so tough and frustrating to guard him because you think you have him stopped and figured out, and next thing you know, he will take off and get a 20-yard gain, and there's literally nothing you can do about it. And I know every other fan base in the NFL hates watching him too, but you do gotta give him credit because most running QBs like him don't make it very far for very long, but he has managed to make it happen, and it's crazy how far he has come from not even knowing what his contract situation would be before the season. Anyways, talking more about the running game, it won't be easy to replace Mitchell, and he seemed to run with more confidence each week as an undrafted rookie who had clearly found his comfort zone. However, Harbaugh has faith in Gordon, and the Ravens have displayed enough variety in their blocking schemes to bring out the strengths in backs that have different styles. Anyways, moving on, the tush push is all around the NFL thanks to the Philadelphia Eagles, but nobody has been as good at it as Jalen Hurts and his offensive linemen. The Ravens broke out their own version Sunday night using 6'6", 257-pound tight end Charlie Kolar instead of 6'2", 215-pound Lamar Jackson. With helpful pushes from behind, courtesy of fullback Patrick Ricard and running back Gus Edwards, Kolar got 1 yard on the fourth quarter play with the Ravens leading by 10 points. The play worked, even though the Jaguars had an extra defender on the field, and the Ravens sacrificed one player by leaving Lamar Jackson out of it. It was a 10 versus 12, which gave Baltimore the first down regardless because of the penalty. For the most part, Baltimore's offense has been consistently converting on third downs this season, ranking 8th in the league overall at 42.6%. However, the Ravens have struggled on third down lately. Their conversion percentage has fallen to 35.1% over the last 3 games, and they were 5 for 12 on third down against the Jags. Harbaugh said, the Ravens know their recent performance on third down isn't good enough. Alright, now switching gears and talking about Baltimore's defense, the Ravens shut down Trevor Lawrence in what was a pretty huge game for both teams, and they not only shut him down, they were in his head. Safety Kyle Hamilton played an outstanding game on a sprained MCL and finished with a team-high 7 tackles with 1 for a loss. Having an even bigger day was defensive tackle Justin Madubuike, who tied an NFL record by registering at least a half sack in 11 straight games. the former Texas A&M Aggie registered his 12th sack of the season and added 4 quarterback hits and an important forced fumble and strip sack of Lawrence early in the game. The defense finished the game holding the Jags to just 3 for 13 on third down conversions and just 75 yards total rushing. On 3 visits to the red zone, the Jags went 0 for 3. But yeah, after the Ravens won this game, they officially clinched a spot in the playoffs, and what was their reaction to that? Apparently Lamar Jackson wasn't even aware that the team actually clinched. "I didn't know we clinched the playoffs," Jackson said. "I'm just trying to win, trying to get there, trying to win a game at a time, but I'm grateful for it. Grateful for the opportunity." So I definitely think this team is in the right headspace as of now, and I'm sure they have goals beyond just making the playoffs. They want to get that 1 seed in the AFC so they can get that first round bye. And even more than that, they want to make a deep run because they have the talent on the roster to do so, and it's all going to come down to execution. That's really all I have to say for this video. If you made it to this point, thank you all so much for watching, and if you enjoyed and haven't yet, make sure to drop a like and subscribe because your support truly means the world. And also, let me know what you would like to see next because there's just so much to talk about across the league right now. And until then, I will see you all later.